everyone, this is Rabbia's blog, and welcome to my general discussion series. So today's general discussion we talk about today is my predictions for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie sequel. And before I get into this, here are a few words from the channel.
Hey guys, if you want to check out more content from this channel, then tune in every Sunday and Monday for new videos. And if you happen to see any videos posted up during the week, that means that there was a bit of movie and TV news that I wanted to talk about, so those will be considered special videos. And if you want to chat with me on social media or see when new videos are being released, then follow me through Twitter and Facebook. And also, please feel free to join the new Facebook group, Rabbia's Blogs Reviews 2.0, where we talk about movies, TV shows, and video games with other fans of the genres. And now, we return to our regularly scheduled program.
Now, I usually don't do a lot of videos like this because I tend to wait until the movie gets released or gets a confirmation date before I do videos like this. But because there was a lot of plot threads going on in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, I wanted to take this video and talk about my predictions for the Sonic the Hedgehog sequel if it does get made. So as of this video, there hasn't been any confirmation about Sonic the Hedgehog sequel being made, but based on the box office numbers of this movie, I can guarantee that there is going to be a Sonic the Hedgehog sequel being released in the near future, and it's probably going to be released in 2022, so I guess we'll have to wait and see where that goes. So because of this, there will be massive spoilers in this video. So if you have not seen the Sonic the Hedgehog movie yet, you might want to watch the movie first before you watch this video. However, if you have seen the Sonic the Hedgehog movie and you want to know what my predictions for the sequel are, then keep watching. So let's start with the two stingers that happened at the end of the first movie. So the first stinger is that we see Dr. Robotnik being trapped on the Mushroom Planet, the same planet that Sonic was about to go to at the beginning of the movie if he had to move again. But since Sonic decided to stay on Earth, he ends up sending Dr. Robotnik to the Mushroom Planet. And we see Dr. Robotnik trying to figure out a way to get off the Mushroom Planet while having one of Sonic's quills in his hands, and he states to the audience that he'll be back by Christmas. So we can guarantee that Dr. Robotnik will be making a return in the sequel. What he's going to do, we're not sure yet, but by looking at this stinger, we can tell that Dr. Robotnik has got some evil plans up his sleeve, and he might go insane in the next sequel. So that's what I'm grabbing from the scene. And then the second stinger that happens, which is the most surprising one of all, is that Tails ends up on planet Earth, and he has this gadget where he's looking for somebody, and he says, "I hope I'm not too late," and he goes off in the direction that his little contraction is pointing towards, and it seems like he's trying to find Sonic, and that's how the stinger ends. So with that being said, we can tell that Tails is going to be in the sequel. Now what he's going to do with Sonic or what he's going to do on planet Earth, we're not sure yet, but we can guarantee that Tails will be in the sequel. So now that we talked about the two stingers that happen at the end of the movie, I like to talk about what I like to see happen in the sequel. Now, this is just what I want to see happen. This is probably not what's going to happen at all in the sequel. They're probably going to have a different script for this. But this is just some things that I want to see happen in the sequel. And I hope that at least some of these ideas do come true in the sequel. So let's get started. So of course the film starts off with Tails trying to find Sonic. And he ends up meeting up with Sonic, and he tells Sonic, you know, you have to come back to our planet because there's something going on, like Dr. Robotnik is either trying to destroy the world, or the Echidna civilization is trying to destroy the world, so you have to come back to the planet because you're the only one who can defeat these evil foes. And Sonic is like, no, I don't want to go to my planet now because I just found a home with Tom and Maddie, and I spent most of the first film being alone, so I don't want to be alone again, so I'm not going to go with you on this mission, whatever it is. And Tails is like, but you really have to go, or something like that. And maybe at some time in the middle, Tails lost the rings that would allow him to transport, and he can't get back to their home world at the moment, so he has to stay with Sonic, and he and Sonic start off not having a good relationship with each other because Tails finds Sonic to be immature and Sonic finds Tails to be too serious, and maybe somewhere during the movie Sonic and Tails spend some time with each other and they start to realize that they're a lot alike. Like Sonic has been alone all his life before he met up with Tom and Maddie, and Tails has been alone most of his life since he was bullied because of his two tails and he didn't have any parents. So maybe the movie could go in that direction and try to expand more on Sonic and Tails' relationship with each other and how they become the brothers that they are in the games. And then meanwhile, while Dr. Robotnik is trying to find his way off the Mushroom Planet, he ends up meeting with the Echidna clan that we saw in the first movie, and he ends up tricking them into thinking that he knows where Sonic is, and he could get them there if they promise to let him get off the Mushroom Planet or something like that. And so the Echidna clan decides to send in Knuckles, probably their best warrior that they have, and Knuckles ends up going to planet Earth, and he tries to hunt down Sonic, and he tries to take Sonic back to the planet with them, but of course Sonic puts up a fight. And then probably towards the end of the film, I'm thinking maybe Tom and Maddie might get kidnapped by Dr. Robotnik or Knuckles, whichever one, and Sonic is forced to go to his world to get Tom and Maddie back, and then he ends up going with Tails because by that point he and Tails had established a relationship with each other where they're very close friends, and so Sonic goes to Angel Island to find Tom and Maddie with Tails, and they end up fighting all of Robotnik's robots because by that time Robotnik had probably built a lot of robots to help defeat Sonic. And so we get to see all those robots that we see in the game come up at Angel Island, and we see Sonic and Tails fighting against the robots while trying to get to Tom and Maddie. And then we might get a part where Knuckles starts to realize that something's wrong with his clan, and he's like, you know, this is not what I signed up for. I didn't want to do all this. I didn't want to kidnap Tom and Maddie like this. So he pulls a heel-face turn, and he decides to rescue Tom and Maddie, and he meets up with Sonic and Tails, and he tries to tell Sonic, hey, Tom and Maddie okay, but Sonic punches him in the face. I like to see that happen. But then at that point, we see that Knuckles has pulled a heel-face turn and is willing to help out Sonic and Tails defeat Dr. Robotnik and the Echidna Clan. And that's what I got for the sequel so far. So you may have noticed that there's a lot of inconsistencies with the story plot I have, like how do the characters get to point A to point B. I'm still working on that, but that's kind of what I want to see happen in the sequel. If that doesn't happen, which I'm pretty sure it won't happen that way, there's a lot of ways you could go about the sequel, but that's just something that I wanted to see happen in the sequel. But what I really do want to see happen in the sequel is that we get to see more of Sonic and Tails' relationship with each other. We get to see them like start off not liking each other because of how different they are, and then they start bonding over the course of the film because they both realized that they were both lonely and they both wanted friends, so maybe they bond with each other because of that. And then I do want to see Tom and Maddie make an appearance in this film. Like, I know that a lot of people have problems with human characters interacting with CGI characters, but the way they did Tom and Maddie in this film was pretty great, so I like to see them come back in the sequel, and maybe they be the ones who tell Sonic and Tails, hey, you guys need to be best friends or something like that, or maybe they're the ones who convince Knuckles, you know, what you're doing is wrong, you need to go on the right path, or something like that. And then I like to see just how insane they're going to make Dr. Robotnik in the sequel. We could tell that he started to slowly go insane for being on the Mushroom Planet for so long. So I like to see how they're going to make Robotnik go even more insane in the sequel and see what he could do with all these characters and stuff like that. But yeah, I would love the sequel to be a little more emotional than the first movie. I mean, I still want the sequel to have the same humor that the first movie had, but I want them to explore the characters at a deeper level. Like, we could get that with Tails being introduced as he was bullied before, and we get to see how Sonic feels about having to leave his home with Tom and Maddie when he just got there. So I like to see how the film is going to explore all those themes into the sequel. And maybe we get some moments with Knuckles himself where he starts trying to figure out, you know, is he on the right side? Is he on the wrong side? Has he been doing the right thing the whole time? So I like to see that dilemma that Knuckles has in the sequel, if Knuckles does get introduced in the sequel. But those are some things that I want to see happen in the Sonic the Hedgehog sequel. I know that not everybody's going to agree with these ideas and stuff like that, and that's fine. So tell me in the comments down below, what do you want to see happen in the Sonic the Hedgehog sequel? Do you agree with some of the ideas I have, or do you have different ideas? I would love to hear what you guys think should happen in the Sonic the Hedgehog sequel. Please feel free to comment down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Rabbi's Vlog, and I'll see you guys later.